Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for visiting my channel. And in this episode, I would love to show you how you can do macrame to create wonderful things that could be very useful. So let's have a look. And I just made a little sample for you to see different type of knots, how they look like. And I will show you how you can make them. So for start you need to attach your threads, loose ones, to the some sort of base. It could be piece of thread, or you can put it, you can use it as different sticks or piece of wire. Well, it's completely up to you. I'm using my chair, that's the back of the chair, just so I can have my hands free for it. So first you need to attach it. How you do it? You just holding, this is the middle, and put it behind your basement, and with 2 fingers you taking ends through, and you just tied it. That's it, simple as that. And the next one, just put behind it, take ends through and tied it. You can have it in this way. You also can do it opposite direction. So you keep your loop on top of your thread and you pull your ends through the loop, and in this case it looks like that. Both ways absolutely fine. You can use it any way you like it. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's do again. So on top of your base, using these 2 fingers, you pull them through the loop. Make sure the ends meet each other. So in this case you have your knot in the middle of your thread. Because I got quite thin thread, so I just pretend 2 of them is one. In macrame, square knot and twisted knot, preferably to do with 4 threads. And when you have 4 of them in your hands, 2 in the middle, I call them a carrier, because they just carry your knots. And you have 2 on the side, they are working threads. So to start making this square knot, you just take your right thread, hold it underneath the carrier, you put your left one underneath your right one, put on top of the carriers and put it through the loop, and you tied it. It's very important to keep the same tension through all your work. So in this case you're gonna have nice even pieces and not wonky ones. So again, now I use my left hand, put the thread on the carriers, my right one, put my right thread on the left one and on top of carriers, and pull it through the loop and tied it. So you see, that is just one square knot with like a V shape on top and slightly and round shape of thread on one side. So this is how you can indicate which hand you're gonna start first. So as you can see, I have round bit on my left, so now I use my right one, and again the same. And now I have a round bit on the side on my right, I'm using my left one. And so that's how you do the square knot. Just I'm gonna, if you want to continue the same working threads, you can continue so on, but at the moment I want to show how you can swap working threads with carriers and working become a carrier and carrier become a working. So the same, you do first half, my left underneath and on top of carriers and through the hoop, through the loop. Here you go again. Okay, so like this I made 2 square knots. Right, so now I'm going to show you how you get this twisted one or spare. Okay, again I need 2 working ones and 2 for that big carriers. When you do this one, twisted one, you just, as you started with square one, your right working one goes underneath the carriers and your left one goes underneath the right one on the top of carriers and through the loop, and you tied it. Okay, but now I don't switch hands which I start with, I carry on doing it only from right, so the right hand is always first. As you can see, my new rope start twisting. Right. Here you go. How you count knots on the twisted one? Basically, 2 horizontal lines is makes a 1 knot. So if you count it, 1, 2, 3. I made 3 twisted knots. And if you want to try again, you can swap your threads. Working become carriers, carriers become working, and as well again right one goes underneath and left one goes on the right and through the loop, and you just keep a bit of distance in between, and you continue always with right. Again, make sure you tie them with the same amount of pressure, so all knots look nice and tidy. If you do different tension through your work, you might up something get stretched and whole piece gonna look wonky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 3 twisted knots. Okay. would like to show how you can do this horizontal this horizontal knot, which needs just one carrier, and that could be additional piece of rope or an additional stick or piece of wood or anything, or even the thread from a side. It could be made strictly horizontally or just with a little angle. So I'm gonna do first horizontally, and the best way to do it from a middle. So for this, you holding it horizontally, support. Just 1 second, adjust the camera a bit. So you can see better. So you hold it in the middle. You take your thread, wrap it around on one side, okay, and you wrap it around on another side, and you put your ends through this loop on the bottom, you can see. So, and you tied it carefully. And what you can see now, it looks like two bits next to each other. So again, this is carrier. I put thread, just wrap it around, and I do it again on the other side. In my end, I put through the loop I have here. Right. So you can do it. Continue. Okay. Like that. It is very important to keep it straight if you want straight, because if it gets wonky, it doesn't look good. So one side is done. So when you do another side, you can actually do it opposite way. So you do first to the right, and you wrap again on the left and put your ends through the loop and tied it. When you master the your knots, it's quite quick. You wrap it once, and you wrap it to a second time on another side, and that's it. That. Nice and straight, and you have all your threads hanging down again. So now I would like to show you how you can make some sort of garment, flat piece of macrame. So now I use it in a single thread. So let's start with a square knot. So on the carrier, on the top of carrier, tied it, and you do from the other side. That's it. Another 4 threads. tie it on top. Start with leftover. And yeah, tied it. Next one. And the last one on this row. Right. That's it. That's done. First row of square knots to create a garment. Now I choose, so I leave two first threads free. I pick up next two and next two from a other knot. So what happens, my carriers from a previous row become working ones, and working ones become a carrier. And I do again the row of square knots, but it's gonna be slightly shifted. Again, two carriers become a working, and two working from previous row become a carriers. And you just do it closely. Of course, you can leave a bit of room in between rows, but you need to make sure you always do it equally, the same distance along the row. Again, macrame looks good only when it's done properly and everything is done with equal tension. Right. So I hope now you can see the logic of it, and you can see that you can, with macrame, you can make it like a new thick and decorative rope. And also, if you do it with a lot of threads joined on a support or any new carrier, you can make a nice flat pieces as well. And on this sample, I told you there's a chain knot, which done quite simply. So I choose these two threads, and my right one goes underneath, and ends I put through the loop and tied it on one side. So absolutely the same movement, I'm doing it from the left. That's it. So simple. And you create nicely looking chain knot chain. sorry, sounds like calembour, but it's how it is. Right. So these are main samples of knots which used in the macrame, and I hope this video was useful, and if you're interested in this new skill, please practice. And in next video I'm gonna show you how to make this lovely henna for your plants. It's quite straightforward, but very useful. It looks very nice. So that's what I've been talking about, the henna for the plants, which you can fit different varieties of pots with saucer to keep liquids and keep your henna nice and clean. That's my lovely chili plant, and all these lovely knots which you have seen how to make them. So that's what's gonna be in next video. Please let me know what do you think about this video. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to reply. Just put them in comments. So please consider subscribing, it's free, and in this way you won't miss any new videos I make, and that will help to improve this channel as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. See you soon. Bye.